Andoni Iraola is now the top target for Sunderland's hierarchy, and Team Talk's exclusive revelation has completely shifted the conversation around Regis Bris' position at the Stadium of Light. Behind the scenes, Kyril Louis-Dreyfus and Juan Sartori have already begun a structured review into the possibility of a managerial change, something that would have seemed unthinkable just a few months ago. Bris was the architect of Sunderland's return to the Premier League, the figurehead of a project that restored belief. But at this level, football doesn't stand still. Since January, performances have dipped, momentum has stalled, and what was once optimism has turned into concern within the club. That concern is heightened by the near £200 million invested in the squad, a figure that has fundamentally raised expectations. Survival is no longer the aim. Mid-table is no longer acceptable. The question now being asked internally is blunt. Is Bris still the right man to deliver what this level of investment demands? Andoni Iraola's rise has only intensified that question. At AFC Bournemouth, the Basque manager has built one of the most exciting sides in the league, pushing towards a historic European qualification and reshaping his reputation across the continent. With his potential availability at the end of the season, the market has opened up. Chelsea FC have already identified him as a serious candidate to replace Liam Rosignol, while Crystal Palace are also monitoring the situation. And yet, Sunderland have entered that same race without hesitation. Under the guidance of Florent Gisolfi, the club now sees itself operating on a global stage, capable of competing for elite managerial talent. Internally, Iraola is viewed as a too-good-to-miss opportunity, the kind of appointment that could fast-track years of progress into one decisive step. The risks are clear. The potential rewards could be transformative. The tension at Sunderland stems largely from that £200 million outlay. This was not a slow rebuild, but an aggressive push designed to put the club straight into contention for a top-6 finish. Sitting 11th even in a tightly packed table has led to frustration among key figures at the club. There is a growing sense that the squad, assembled at significant expense, is not being used to its full potential. Some within the club believe Bris has taken the group as far as he can. Others argue that maintaining stability is the wiser course. However, the ownership's focus is firmly on return on investment, and in modern football, patience rarely aligns with financial ambition. The dilemma is no longer theoretical, it is immediate. Do they stick with the manager who laid the foundations, or turn to someone who might raise the ceiling? As the season approaches its final stages, every match feels like a verdict on Bris' future. Results are no longer assessed in isolation, but in comparison to the prospect of Iraola. If Sunderland finish strongly and secure European football, the hierarchy will face a hugely difficult decision. Sacking a successful manager after achieving that would test both logic and loyalty. Keeping him, however, could mean missing out on a rare chance to improve. This is the reality of competing in the Premier League, where ambition forces clubs to act like members of the elite long before they officially join them. Sunderland are behaving like a club determined to break into the so-called Big Six, and that mindset changes everything. Emotional continuity becomes secondary, strategic progression takes priority. So it ultimately comes down to a defining question for the club's future. Should Sunderland be ruthless and replace Regis Bris with Andoni Iraola to ensure that £200 million investment delivers European qualification? Or does the man who secured promotion deserve the time to complete what he started? And if it means going head-to-head with Chelsea FC for the same manager, are Sunderland truly ready for that level of competition?